What is up, y'all? This is Tyson with Open Range Studios, and today I want to talk about how to film yourself mountain biking without a GoPro. Now, I've done a bit of mountain bike filming with other people, and I also, like a lot of you, have way more first-person GoPro footage than anybody would ever want to look at. So today we're going to focus on how to get those shots of yourself without a GoPro or any kind of action camera that you strap to yourself, to your bike, or to your helmet. So the first thing you're going to need is patience. To state the obvious, without the camera attached to you, you got to set it up, you got to ride by it, you got to go back and get it, sometimes multiple times depending on what you're doing. Patience. Now this is one of those days you just need to go fly through the woods to clear your head or whatever. Just go. Don't even bother with any of this. Those are always going to be some of the best days where you don't even take out your phone or a camera. But if you are trying to get some cinematic shots and throw them into a sequence, I'm going to break down the techniques that I would use to film myself mountain biking. All right, let me take this off. Now, an easy way to do it is to just get a drone, throw it in the air, put on the tracking feature, or maybe just let it hover over certain obstacles. And maybe one of these days I will do a video just about that. But today I want to focus on just throwing a camera on a tripod. I got a wide angle lens and a zoom lens, but a lot of these techniques can also be used if you just want to use a phone. So first off, a variety of shot styles is going to make a more interesting edit. Cutting between wide and zoomed in views, low angles looking up, high angles looking down, real time into slow motion, all of this is going to keep a viewer's attention. So the height of the tripod is going to be important, especially here in the Pacific Northwest where there's so many bushes and trees. You want to get it up above that foreground. But you also want to have the camera go between high and low elevation just to get that variety. Which leads me into framing and composition. Now we're going to want to switch between a wide shot that captures the whole scene and a more zoomed in shot on just certain details. Now this could be a close-up shot with just the tires or a far away shot that's just zoomed in on a certain section. Dude, these mosquitoes are killing me. And we don't always need to capture the whole body. I mean, sometimes you might want to if you're showing a whole trick or something, but sometimes zooming right in on those small details adds a lot to the edit. And try to have the focus of the action right at the cross points of the rule of thirds. This is when the screen is cut vertically in thirds and horizontally in thirds. Now to get extra cinematic, we can talk about whether or not to break the 180 rule, which is when the camera stays on one side of the scene and doesn't cross this invisible line of 180 degrees. It does get broken in film sometimes, and it definitely gets broken in action sports a lot. I do it all the time, but it's just something to keep in mind because if you're cutting back and forth too many times from opposite sides of a shot, it can confuse the viewer. All right, now get out there and get creative. Focus on getting a variety of shots while keeping the edit in mind with good continuity. Also get those B-roll filler shots of throwing on the helmet, hopping on the bike. All of those will help tell more of a story than just a sequence of riding shots and more variety. Oh yeah, and the last thing I want to say as far as with the editing, with all these shots being on a tripod and static, sometimes a little slow zoom in, slow zoom out, fake camera wiggle, all of that'll just make for a little bit more of an interesting edit. Now if you found any value in this, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate it. And also, if any of these techniques help you with an edit, leave a comment with the link. I would love to check them out. All right, till next time, peace.